Hi everybody, it's Courtney Toyama with Toyama's Thrifty Trinkets, and I'm doing some Team T-Rex trainings in case you haven't figured that out by now with the amount of videos where I look all the same. So today I want to talk about scheduling. And scheduling is very important. I understand that some of you probably got into this or intend to get into this so that you can set your own schedule. Not just that. You need to set your own schedule. It's not, I don't feel like selling jewelry today, so I'm just not going to do it, and maybe I'll see you next week. No. The point of having a job where you are the boss is so that you can set your own schedule. So we're going to focus on setting your schedule. So pick days for the following things. Pick days for your invoicing, doing your paperwork, which means your records, your sales, your expenses. Pick days for that. Pick days for doing live shows if you intend to sell live. Some people do not sell live because it's not their thing. My mother, for example, is a consultant, and she sells amazing out and about, doesn't do so well on lives. Some people have one of those personalities that you can't convey through a video. You cannot get that one-on-one quality through a video. She does great selling out and about, and she sells kind of lousy on lives currently. I love you to death, Ma, if you're watching. But if you are going to have live shows, or even if you're going out and about, pick a day for that. If they know that every Sunday you go down to the Olive Garden and eat lunch and you'll drop off their deliveries then, or their orders then, they're going to know that every Sunday you're doing that. If you go live every Wednesday and Thursday, they know that they can log into their phone Wednesday evening and hang out with you for a couple hours and shop for jewelry. If you go, well, I think I'm going to go live Tuesday or maybe Thursday, no one's going to know what to expect from you. So be consistent with it. Then also you want to schedule in posting to albums. Albums increase your sales. Because some people don't want to sit through a live. Some people enjoy it, some people not so much. Some people can't be there for the time of your live, but don't want to sit and rewatch a live, because a live is really an experience. It really is a party and an experience. And if you are not there whenever it occurs, sometimes it's just easier to scroll through albums. So choose days and times and be consistent. Be reliable. Now, I understand that certain things happen. If you have the sniffles or a toothache, you don't want to cancel your live. They're not going to know if you're feeling miserable if you don't let them. I mean, I've done customer service and sales for years, not just for Paparazzi, but I've done it for years. And I have gone into work feeling like absolute crud. But they're not going to know that. They're not going to know that because you're not going to let them know that. And if you do have the sniffles, have a box of tissues. Everybody understands feeling kind of miserable. So you step off the camera for a hot second, blow your nose, and get right back to it. I've actually done it. But they know that they can see you on that day. Maybe just don't go live as long if you're feeling kind of cruddy. But pick days, schedule your things in, and stick to it. Like, my girls know that we have training Sunday night. I go live for training. Sometimes I've done it in my pajamas. But we have training where I can answer their questions and I can be there for them every Sunday. Then Monday I post to my albums and work on my YouTube trainings. Tuesdays I kind of take a break so that I can be with my kids. It's a day that usually I'm not home. Wednesdays and Thursdays I go live at 9, and the reason why I do it at 9 is so that my kids are in bed. I work it around my life. I am a stay-at-home mom, and my husband works out on the road. So it is just me and 4 kids. And I have doctor's appointments and this and that and the next thing. I found a schedule, and it did take a little experimenting at first with some of the things, but I've always gone live on Wednesdays and Thursdays, except for when my daughter was in the hospital. Those are instances that you're going to have to cancel. But you also want to notify your customers that you're canceling. If an emergency does arise, let them know. Make posts so that they are not, because literally I was getting messages, so you're not live tonight? What's going on? I made a mistake and I did not tell my customers that something was wrong. They would much rather hear that something's wrong than you just flaked on them. So set a schedule, stick to it, and especially invoicing. Invoicing is critical. People want to know when you expect them to pay and when they're going to get the invoice to get paid. So I usually invoice after my Thursday night shows, which often sometimes run into Friday morning. So I always say that I will invoice by Friday. Simple enough to remember. But when you're consistent and you do the same thing week after week, people are going to come back to you simply because they know they can count on you to do exactly what you say you're going to do. And that is an awesome thing. If you have customers coming back to you just because you are doing what you say you're going to do, it means you are doing something right. So, I'm reliable to be on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 9, unless there is an emergency. And by emergency, you're in a car accident, someone's in the hospital, somebody died. Those are emergencies. Your knee is achy is not an emergency. It's not. This business only works if you work at it. So if you'd like more information or you would like to do what I do, feel free to get in contact with me to get my things to know. Just fill out the Google document below. Send me a private message. Give me a thumbs up. Or follow me on Facebook or TikTok. So until next time, toodles!